So, as you can see, we're now looking at these weather data charts. And you guys know enough about weather and weather data that I now feel like we're able to look at these charts, observe all of the things inside of the charts, and put everything we know together. This is like a giant cumulative thing. Do you know everything that we need to know about weather inside of a chart? So we're going to look at this. Looking at the data chart, what type of weather would most likely occur if the weather pattern continues? So now we need to look at the weather pattern. Okay? So on Monday, we have cumulonimbus clouds. Raise your hand and tell me what type of weather I would have if I had cumulonimbus clouds. Allie?
You have thunderstorms.
Okay, so I have storms. I'm going to imagine on Tuesday it's the same thing because it's the same kind of clouds. All right, so storms. On Wednesday, I have cumulus clouds. Tell me a little bit about cumulus clouds and what they mean. What do those mean, Chase?
Oh, they're white and puffy, and they mean fair weather.
Fair weather. All right, now, on Thursday and Friday, I have cirrus clouds. Tell me about cirrus clouds, some important facts about cirrus clouds. Ayla. So they have fair weather. Is there something else that we know about cirrus clouds that might help us predict the weather, the upcoming weather? Allie?
It usually means a change in weather in 24 hours.
Change in weather in 24 to 48 hours. Okay. So what do you think might happen to the weather in the next 24 to 48 hours? Marcus?
Cold front might bring.
Could be a cold front could come through, but what do you think, just looking at the weather, what might happen? Andreas? Maybe, I don't know. The temperature is getting cooler, not a lot. I mean, like 5 degrees. It's not that big of a deal. What else?
Maybe a high pressure.
Let's think about what Allie said. Change in weather in 24 to 48 hours.
A low pressure.
Could be a low, so you're thinking rain might come in. Let's see what happens here. Looks like a high pressure system has moved in, right? The weekend should be happy, sunny, and clear weather, but I agree with Allie. There's going to be a change in the weather here pretty soon, right? It's probably going to rain sooner or later. So you got to think about that kind of thing as you look into that. Now, obviously, when we get into the test, you're going to have like A, B, C, and D, and you'll have the best answer. The best answer. Let's go to another one. Below is a table showing precipitation amounts. So number one, I got to ask everyone in here because I'm not sure we all know what is precipitation. What's that other word that we use for precipitation? Rain, or sleet, or snow, or hail, right? But if we're measuring in inches, it's definitely not hail. I hope not. That would be a really bad storm. I hope that's not, well, I really hope that's not sleet. 1.2 inches of sleet would be a lot. Snow, that wouldn't be too bad, but let's just imagine this is rain. Okay, for Thomasville, North Carolina. Oh, they're really making that close, right? Monday. How much rain did I have on Monday? Corbin? Nothing. Tuesday. How much rain did I have? If you can use the correct form of that, Miss Levy would be very proud of you, I am sure. Eli? 7/10 of an inch of rain. Good job. On Wednesday, what did I have? Wednesday, Andreas. 1 whole inch of rain. And then on Thursday, I had, Allie?
You had 1 2/10.
1 2/10 inches of rain. Now, based on this data, what kind of weather would most likely be forecast for the weekend? No rain, a little rain, a little rain, a little rain. Temperature went from 70 to 65 to 59 to 53. Ooh, that's a pretty big drop in temperature. I wonder what could have happened to have the temperature drop like that and have it rain.
A low pressure system.
Or a what could have moved in? A cold front could have moved in. So let's take a look here and see. Judging from the drop in temperature and the increase in precipitation, it seems a cold front has moved in. The weekend will probably have cool temps and possibility of some rain. Do you see how we're kind of analyzing what it's telling us? Really putting a lot of stuff together. So are these hard? I think these are very tough. That's why I teach these at the very end. You're putting everything you know into one thing. So I think these are very tough, but I think they're doable because you guys are super smart. All right. 3 cities in North Carolina collected weather data on the same day in December of last year. Okay. Well, I know where I would rather be, but that's just me. I'm sure there's some parents out there saying they'd rather be here. Can't argue with that. And if you want to do some, I mean, you've all been to Raleigh, right? Went there last year. That's not a bad place to be either. But I like the mountains. Boone, low temperature 17, high temperature 24, 2 inches of precipitation. What kind of precipitation do you think that may have been? Just looking at the data, it's 17 is the low, 24 was the high, and it said there were 2 inches of precipitation. It's 24 is the high.
Snow?
Marco says snow, and I agree with that. Raleigh, 24 was the low, 33 is the high. Again, 2 inches of precipitation. What type of precipitation could that possibly and most likely be, Braylon? Rain, well, sleet, snow maybe. I mean, 24 and 33 is only 1 degree above freezing. It snowed before hearing that, right? It could be sleet, though. You could be right. Just depends. Wilmington, 40 and 47 with 2 inches. What type of precipitation would that be? Lydia, rain. Now, which city most likely had rain on the day this data was collected? What do you think, Olivia? She says Wilmington, because here we said snow. Here we said snow. Could be sleet. Here we said rain. Okay, let's take a look and see what happens. Remembering what we learned in solids, liquids, and gas, so this is going way back, right? Water freezes below 32. The precipitation in Boone and Raleigh tell us ice or snow fell. While in Wilmington, it was above freezing, so the water stayed in its liquid form and fell as rain. So, Braylon, you're right. I mean, we even said it in here. It could have been, ice, which would be sleet, or snow, so you're correct on both of those. But do you see how we're really having to put a whole lot of stuff together at one time? That's super tough, isn't it? To think all through that. So yesterday when we had some of those averages of like 13 seconds, 2 seconds on that one question, is that amount of time going to work when we have the weather charts on our test tomorrow? Yeah, probably not. Do you think that you might actually have to take that weather chart and redraw that on graph paper or on blank paper tomorrow so that you can do all of the writing that I've done on here? I think that probably would be a smart thing to do. All right, let's see what's next. Now, here we go. Here we're at a we do. Okay, we're all going to do this one together as I slide that off the screen. The data table below lists precipitation amounts for the month of January over a 4-year period. Now it is your turn to analyze this. I'm going to pause the video, although it won't seem like it, and it'll just pick right back up to us talking. Everybody ready to do the we do portion of this?
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, again, when we're talking precipitation, I think we said it best when we said rain, sleet, snow, and hail. We don't know yet, but we're looking at January, so it could be a little bit of everything, right? 2013, 4.4 inches. 2014, 4 inches. 2015, 4.2. And 2016, 4.5. And my question says we have to predict the precipitation for 2017. Okay, well, looking at the last 4 years, what's the least amount that it rained? What's the least amount that it rained? Corbin? 4. Okay, so I wouldn't suspect it would go below that, right? I think that's an average that I can probably 4, and looks like maybe above. What's the highest that it went? What's the highest that it went? Andreas? 4 and 5/10. Now I have to predict. Okay, I'm the weather person. I've got to put my name out there and put, I'm predicting the weather. Which of these is the best prediction? Between 4 and 4.2. I think the 4 is good, right? But is it possible for it to go over 4.2? Has it done that in the past? Okay, well, it did it here, and it did it here. So is that a really good prediction? I don't think that's, I mean, it's okay, but I don't think that's the best prediction. So we'll put a big X like we would on SchoolNet. Let's take a look at 4.4 and 4.5. Boy, you really are narrowing it down, right? There's not a lot of room for error there for this person if that's their prediction, right? Did it ever go under 4.4? Yeah, let's see. 1 time, 2 times. So, again, is that a good prediction? No, because you're really not giving yourself enough range. So I think that one's kind of bad. Between 4 and 4.5. Well, that's what it has reigned between the last few. I really kind of like this answer. Probably thinking that's my answer, but let's mark off one more if we can. Between 4.2 and 4.4. Has it ever reigned below 4.2?
Yes.
Yeah. How about above 4.4?
Yeah.
So is that a good prediction? All right. And let's do the reveal. Answer C. All the others do not cover the whole possibility of precipitation. They only cover portions of it. Some on the high end, some on the low end. C covers all of the amounts. Are these super tough? Yes, I think they're kind of tough. You've got to slow down and take more than 2 seconds is my big thing. All right? So let's hear what we're going to do.